Hello. Welcome. I think we're good. It's been like over a month, I think. It feels like forever because even the last stream I did was not really a stream. Let me fix stuff real quick. There we go. So I can see my chat over here. They've added some stuff to YouTube. It's interesting. So apparently we have top fans now. And Dr. Psycho is my #1 fan. And Dry Bones is now #2, even though they're tied. How do you get XP? Just like sitting in here chatting? And I'm assuming you only get on the top fans list if you're like public, or you like show your subscriptions publicly. I don't know, because Graham is not in here and he said hi twice. I will say hello to everybody in just a minute, but we'll let people get in here. We just started. And this will probably be a pretty quick one, if I'm being honest. This is my first stream back since being in Italy, so probably not gonna go super smooth, but doesn't look like we're having any hitches on anything. I'm probably just gonna be awkward or something, I don't know. I don't know if I changed it back or not, but I think the colors might be a little muted, at least on this camera. Trying to still figure out stuff since moving into this place and swapping over to OBS, trying to get things better for recording when I do like actual video recording, not just streaming. But okay, we're getting some normal numbers in here, at least starting to. As usual, if you want me to say your name out loud, say something in chat right now. I'll probably say hello to you later if you're late, but you know. We do a little roll call. I don't really call it roll call though. The poll is asking if you guys miss me because I didn't really know what to put here. But 80% of you missed me, I'll take it. So 2 of you say, no, you didn't miss me. That's really rude, actually. Extremely rude. All right. I'll end the poll. And then we'll go over what we got. Well, you just took the #2 spot, apparently. But if we go to the top-down screen here, we're just doing one today. That's it. I only have one that I'm missing, and it's because I sold one yesterday. Thank you. RetroRemaster.com. But we're going to do a Super Famicom SP because I felt like it. So I'll get that out. And this will be with the V5 screen today. I've been doing a lot of SP streams lately. I know, but I haven't really had much else to do because that's what's been selling like crazy. That and GameCubes, and I actually did just get GameCubes in right now, like this morning, a couple hours ago. So I could have ended up doing a GameCube stream today, but I haven't tested them, I haven't cleaned them, I haven't done anything to them, so not gonna bother with that yet. Okay, I'll say hello to everybody now. We're pretty much got everything disassembled for now. So we've got Graham. I'm just gonna go with Graham because I don't Graham. Yeah, but I'm just gonna go with Graham. Graham, Dr. Psycho, Dry Bones, my parents, and Cody. How you guys doing? Hello. It looks like Dr. Psycho and my dad are still holding on to the top 2 spots. I think it's just based... Oh, my dad's now #1. I think it's just based off of how many times you chat. So the more you chat, the more Well, the higher you'll get in the rankings. It looks like you get 25 XP for every chat. Please don't spam though. New subscriber, been enjoying your channel. Ordered the beginning soldering kit to get started on restoring and modding my GBA. Nice. Awesome. I'm glad that the beginning soldering kit link worked, because I got a comment a while ago saying that it didn't work. I think it was just like out of stock or something. But okay, let's get started then. Gotta get the super awesome screw bag out. So, if you don't know, I was in Italy for about 10 days. That's why I haven't streamed in a couple weeks. And then I was planning on streaming last Monday, because we were supposed to get back on Sunday, or we were supposed to get back on Saturday, and then I would have had Sunday to recover, and then Monday, boom, stream. Shouldn't have been an issue. I probably would have been able to pull it together for an hour of streaming, and that's probably all I would have done anyways that day. But thanks to the folks at the Florence airport, we got delayed by quite a bit trying to get to London to get our connecting flight home, and so we stayed the night in London, and I'm now dealing with the fallout of that still, because the guy that we talked to when we landed in London was like, oh, you'll get compensation, don't worry. Now British Airways is claiming that because it was due to weather that we were delayed, which it wasn't entirely due to that. It was only partially due to that. And I don't know if you can call wind delay, or a wind delay, weather delay. Either way. They're just like, no, we don't owe you anything. Peace. And so I'm trying to fight that right now, because they're claiming like some EU law that says they don't owe us anything, but it's British Airways, and I am not really current on British politics, but pretty sure they left the EU. I think that was like kind of a big deal. But anyways, maybe I'm talking out of my butt, but that's just a little frustrating thing we've been dealing with, because I would like some money for my troubles in having to stay an extra day in London, which was not part of the itinerary. But yeah. And then a couple days after, I'm pretty sure it was from flying on the plane home, but a couple days after we got back, I got a fever. So I am like just finally feeling good enough to do work today. So I'll be catching up, and that's why there was no early video for the members yet. Probably won't be more than like a day or two early, honestly. I'm pretty behind right now, so on like everything. Also, there won't be a second channel video tomorrow. Just saying. But yeah. I'm doing the V5 screen. Thank you, Dad. You must have just missed it, because I did just say it. But that's alright. I don't know why I'm getting the soldering iron out now, because I haven't screwed this down, but yeah, that's alright. I've got brand new solder. I had the tiniest little bit that I had just barely enough to mod 3 Game Boys, 2 SPs, and a Game Boy Color when we got back. That was one of the few things I was able to do before I got sick after getting back. But we should be able to just put a little bit of solder there. Boom. This desperately needs to be cleaned. And then grab this wire. Solder it down. And for fun, we can go ahead and just Had the solder there. Maybe should have zoomed in. Oh well. You've seen me do it 100 times. Probably more. And let's get out the screwdriver. But other than getting stranded in London, overall the trip was nice. We did get stuck in a small town in the middle of Italy because we missed our stop on one of the trains, and so we went to the next stop, and we sat in a cafe slash bar, because apparently everything in Italy, if it's a cafe, it's also got alcohol in there, which I thought was interesting. And it was owned by a Chinese couple, so it wasn't even like me struggling to get through Italian to speak to them. It was me having to pull out Google Translate and do traditional Chinese to talk to these people. But they were very nice. It was ended up being not too bad, but it was like terrifying because we were stranded in the middle of a random town in like Tuscany, and we waited an hour and a half to get picked up. But hey, still trying to decide if I want the V5 or the V2 in my GVA. Well, if you haven't watched my most recent video on the channel, I would definitely check that out. That may or may not help. It might just make the decision harder. I don't know. But for me, I don't know. It's tough. I still like the V2 just because it gets so bright, but I feel like I play more at night now, so like the extra dimness of this versus playing it outside, I'm not going to really play my SP outside, so I think the V5 would be better for me, at least. But I think it really comes down to, do you want to play in a bright, like if you're playing outside or it's a bright area when you typically play, or are you typically playing in the dark at night? That kind of will help give you your answer most of the time. That's kind of what I was trying to tee up for people in the comparison video, but okay, let's put these in first. These are my last 2 hinges. I need to get more. But the aftermarket hinges kind of suck. Yeah, if you care about desaturation at all, if you don't want saturated colors in your Game Boy, then it's the V5's the way to go if you care about that. Otherwise, it shouldn't really matter too much. Okay. That there. Swap to the Phillips head. Am I going to do this in like under 30 minutes? Trying to find the elapsed time. It's only been 15 minutes. It hasn't even been 15 minutes yet. Wow. That's crazy. Yep, that's My very favorite part about the SP is the hinges. I'm getting used to them now. I mean, I've probably modded more SPs than any other model. So I'm just used to it now. I know the ins and outs pretty well. The tips, the tricks. It's still annoying though. Alright, we'll zoom in for this. In case you didn't see where I was soldering to before, I soldered to here. That's where the first end of the wire goes. And then it goes right over here. A little pad labeled Q12B. At least I'm pretty sure that's what it says, Q12B. Could be Q128. Pretty sure that's a B though. Anyways, I'm just going to reheat the solder that I put down earlier to get the wire stuck on there. Hold it plenty to make sure it's actually in there, and we're done. That's all the soldering we need to do. And we just plug this in, lock the two tabs down. Then we've got 3 screws. 1, 2, 3. I'm looking at the TV that has a delay. That's why I was a little off there. But just a quick 3 screws and we're off to the races. I do like to back these off just like a little bit. Otherwise the button presses can get a little stiff. So these feel good. So. And I've already cleaned this power switch, so we're good to go, but I guess that's the only other bit of soldering that you should probably do if you haven't already. Cleaning your power switch will save you a headache down the line, or could literally just fix your SP if it's broken. 99% of the time, a broken Game Boy just means it has a dirty power switch. That's it. Not all the time, but most of the time. You just need a clean power switch. And you do have to solder for that to do it properly. But we can put the little square nut in the shell. Put that over top. Boom. Swap back to the tri-wing one last time. Oop. Drop 1, 2, 3, and 4. Can you guys hear my fan? Just out of curiosity. I do have it on max. I don't really care that much if you can hear it. If it annoys you, I don't care because it's hot. But I'm just curious if it's actually like audible, especially over the sound of the music that's also pretty low. Okay. Cool. Buttons still feel good. But I do need to get... Barely. Okay, cool. Good enough. Thanks, Graham. I'm gonna grab a battery. You can't hear it? Perfect. Funny playing battery, because that's just honestly the best battery, best bang for the buck, and just best overall battery. If I remember correctly, this was the longest lasting battery in all of my testing, and it's the cheapest one. Well, not the cheapest one, there's probably one that's like a couple bucks cheaper, but it's cheaper than the other ones that lasted long amounts of time. So only thing that sucks is Funny Playing's really slow to ship things, so okay, cool. Sound works. And I haven't done any power draw testing for the SP and the new V5, but in case you're wondering, the V5 also is updated the same way for the SP. Has the desaturation and everything, and I think it's pretty safe to assume that it's gonna have the same like drop and power draw that they have between the new two kits. So yeah, that is tested out perfectly fine. That was weird, my cart was like stuck in there for a second. But we can put on the sticker, which is on this side. That was one of the best placements I think I've ever had. Oh wait, no, just kidding. It's still within the lines. That was pretty good. And then we've got the little Nintendo sticker. And we're done. We wrapped that up in 22 minutes. I knew it was going to be a quick stream, but I thought it would have been like 40, 45. Alright. Well, I think I can just turn this on too. So I'll do that real quick. If you want this SP that we just modded on stream, I will be listing it very, very shortly. I will say, GameCubes may not be up this week, but hopefully next week. And I'm hoping N64s will be just behind GameCubes. But we'll see. Products, let's go. Super Famicom. And it is now live and up for grabs. If you want this very SP, you can grab it from my website, retroremaster.com. Top link in the description. Probably can zoom out again. That was weird. Wasn't expecting it to cut out. I do make it look easy, but I've done over 100 SPs alone, probably. I have to have. I've probably done close to 1,000 mods in general across all of the Game Boy models. It isn't honestly that tough. Like the SP is one of the more simple ones because you only have to solder the one wire, but it is more of a intricate teardown compared to everything else. So yeah, I don't know. I do make it look easy, but it's not something to be afraid of. It's not necessarily going to be a breeze your first try, but if you follow along with my teachings, it will definitely be easier. Not to toot my own horn, but I think I have some of the best tutorials on the internet for this stuff. So. Okay. Well, honestly, I don't really have much else to say or do in this stream, so I will continue to pack up the trash. And I will once again say that since I was sick / in a different country, this Friday's video will not be up early for the members, at least not more than a couple days early, because I still haven't finished the script for it because I've been sick. But everything should hopefully be back on track video wise after this week. There will also not be a second channel video tomorrow, but there will be a second channel video that goes along with Friday's main channel video, and then everything should be back to normal like that. Shorts, I'm still good for most of the month on shorts, so I'm not even worried about that. And yeah, other than getting GameCubes and N64s modded, website's pretty chock full of stock, so go check it out. Top link in the description. Thank you all for coming out. I guess I could have put this in full face cam view, but yeah, that's about it for me. So like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later, guys. Now I gotta awkwardly go over here to